Yo, what's up guys? My name is Dakota and this is my first attempt at making an edited video. It's also my first attempt at cleaning a roof. So as you can see, this roof had a lot of damage and a lot of previous issues that I wasn't really aware of. So I had a lot of consciousness going into this roof. There were a lot of things that I was worried about. Honestly, I didn't even know if I could get on this roof without falling through it. So I had a lot of worries going into this project. But of course, there's only one way to find out, and there's nothing left to it but to do it. So the main goal of this job is to prolong the life of these shingles. And I knew that the best way I can do that is to just take it easy. Because I don't want to go up there and apply harsh chemicals and start scrubbing the shingles and tiles and ruining what's left of this roof. As you can see here, I'm going at it with the leaf blower. This is how I did 90% of the work. I just used the light powered electrical leaf blowers. They have pretty good power to them, but just use that, and whatever came up with the leaf blower, that's what came up. Whatever didn't come up, I left it behind. I didn't try to force it. I didn't try to, you can see I like kind of kicked some stuff and knocked some stuff around, but nothing harshly. I just tried to allow the leaf blower to do all the work, and whatever didn't come up, I would leave there. The next step after leaf blowing everything was a brush. I had a 20-foot brush because I didn't even know if I was going to be able to get on this roof. And so I used a light bristle brush and we did just that. We did not scrub. When I say brush, I mean specifically just sweeping. I swept up whatever moss didn't come up after the leaf blower and just spot treated it that way. And whatever left behind, whatever didn't want to come up, we did not scrub. We were doing everything that we could. I was doing everything that I could, to keep the shingles in as good of shape as possible and do anything to keep the granules from coming up. Now, unfortunately, there was a soft wash included in this bid. I had a pretty good quote. I think I gave her $650 for this job, but it did include a soft wash. And if I'm being completely honest, it was pretty early in the job that I realized the soft wash couldn't be done, at least to the best of my knowledge. The leaf gutters that had been installed previously, whenever this roof was put on, maybe 20 or more years ago, had been installed with leaf blockers, and they are clogged. And I tried to uninstall them, but it became apparent right away that this was going to be really intensive and time consuming and not something that I was willing to bill more for.
Unfortunately, we couldn't do the soft wash because
I try to do everything I can with the most integrity and give my customers the best price. My number one goal is to make them happy. So you tell me if you think it was fair or not. I kept the quote at the same price. I felt like this job was something that other companies would have charged thousands, maybe like $1,000 for, maybe like even more, maybe $2,000 for. I'm not sure. This job looked pretty big to me. The roof had 3 sections to it, and the top part was pretty steep and pretty high. But ultimately, I originally quoted her for about 2 to 6 hours total for the entire job, and I ended up having actually over 7 hours in just moss removal alone. I did spot treat the entire roof. I spot treated all the mold that didn't come up. We're going to go back and check on that and make sure that's doing well. I also went over the entire roof with the roof treatment. And so, yeah, ultimately the job got done and the roof's in good shape. It's going to be better. I informed them that they need to get a new one as soon as possible, but yeah, as you can see here, it came out pretty nice.
everything's coming up real nice.
I said I informed them. Obviously, I didn't inform them of anything they didn't already know, but I did give them my recommendation to have a roofing contractor come out and look at the gutters and see if they can find the previous owner of the home, find out who put those gutters on, and find out if they will honor any type of lifetime warranty. Because when I took those gutters apart, it became apparent to me right away that they're the type of job that probably comes with a warranty. I know some warranties are transferable from one homeowner to the next. But regardless of that, I'm actually an arborist by trade, so the main goal of this job is to get those trees back and get some zinc strips on the roof. That was my main recommendation, is that once the roof is cleaned and the treatments got all the mold cleaned and it's keeping it from coming back, apply. This is the type of area that needs the area their home in the area that their home is in is it's essential to have some kind of zinc or copper stripping up there that's going to keep this type of mold and algae from coming back. It's not going to keep it at bay on its own. If you were to just treat this roof every year, given the location, it would get bad again, and I'm sure it wouldn't take very long either. So that was my main recommendation, is that we get some zinc strips up there, because that's really what this roof needs. And also the trees need peeled back as well. There's just not enough clearance between these 100-foot white oaks and the roof, so we're gonna have this problem again. And I say that because ultimately I believe that the treatment's only going to work for so long, or so many years. When you have a house with this level of foliage above it and this level of trees around it, ultimately I think that that house needs a copper or a zinc strip installed at the crown of the roof, and maybe like every 6 to 8 feet get a zinc strip in there, because the algae and the mold and bacteria is going to grow on top of the leaves and debris that falls on the house from the trees. But here you can see that mold pile at the dump is pretty huge, pretty massive. And yeah, so that's my first time doing a roof cleaning job. I expect to learn more. I'm going to keep calling professionals and learning as much as I can as I go, and trying to offer the best deal I can for my customers. Thanks for watching.